Welcome back to Everyday Struggle and Complex News. I'm Nadeska, here with Star and DJ Akademiks.
Yeah, they finally brought in the cameras, yo. Before it looked like we were in a fucking warehouse filming the show, but they got a little tighter shot, yo.
Tighter, we're gonna lighten up eventually.
How you doing today? We doing the Eagles Patriots joint?
I'm good. Good to see you. I owe you an apology if I can just take a second. I said you had no style yesterday, and I have no problem with apologizing. My girlfriend called me and she said, who dressed you yesterday? You look crazy on that show. So
it's not the commenters who are getting to you, because it's usually them.
So I went shopping. I still have all the tags on everything that I bought yesterday. So hopefully I won't look crazy, but my apologies to you, because I was snapping on your tire yesterday.
No, it's fine. I mean, I'm cool with all that. I'm not no fashionista. I just want you to accept that you're in the swagless club too. Okay. As long as you do that, you know what I mean?
Okay.
We're not setting no fashion trends up here.
Yeah. I looked at to be broadcast and I said, oh, should I look crazy? And usually I watch the entire rebroadcast. I watched half of it and I said, what's with the polo shirt? Fuck out of here. Anyway, so yeah.
Act becoming a style guru. Wait, so if you're gonna become officially a rapper, a mumble rapper, whatever you are, do you have to upgrade your wardrobe? I feel like that's part of the game.
I got the little hype beast rapper attire. I just need to get a chain and some grills and some teardrops. All that. Yeah, I'm gonna get all that.
Teardrops?
Some tattoos.
My man? Okay.
Miss Nadeska, I want to keep the same energy with you that I've kept with all of my female co-hosts. I sent you a text yesterday, which was heartfelt. You can read it if you like. If not, that's fine. No pressure. No one said to do it. You know, I know I'm a hard pill to swallow. So if it wasn't made clear to you, let me say again that I apologize to you for things that I said long before I met you. That's just the type of guy I am. I mean, for those who remember the Star and Buckwild show on Hot 97, I'm the one who suggested call it Star and Buckwild featuring Miss Jones, so that the female co-host can always feel that she's in good hands. And I also kicked Foxy Brown off my goddamn morning show one time because she didn't want to speak to Miss Jones. So that's the same energy I keep with, you know, female co-hosts. We have to work together. I want this to happen. So again, if it wasn't made clear, I apologize to you.
I appreciate that.
I'm happy we finally got a very clear apology, because the last time I think that kind of muddied the water. But you know what I mean? We're all about respecting women here. You know what I mean? And it looks like you've learned it overnight.
I planned this outfit today.
He's learned it overnight, so that's good.
There's no pressure. No one said anything to me. I just, I know thyself, like the old saying goes. So
I appreciate that, and I think I want to also make it clear to everyone that I'm not being held hostage here. If I did feel extremely uncomfortable or deeply offended, I wouldn't sit here next to you. Unfortunately, again, doing this for such a long time, people have said a lot worse things to me and about me almost every day, especially since I've been on the show. It doesn't make it okay, but again, I would just like to sit here and face you and check you every day instead of just running away from it.
Whoa.
So I feel okay. I really am not being held hostage here. I feel fine, and I understand people are outraged, but I hope you guys can accept my decision, because I am the one in this situation.
Okay.
Cool?
Cool. And my girlfriend's a little younger than you, so I have no problem, taking it easy when it comes to females as well.
Yeah, you're gonna get yourself. We're gonna have some issues, but we still want to let you.
And listen. Well, number one, there is a line that you could probably straddle. You can't go too much over it. But also, I think what definitely is egregious, we have to respect the person we work with. You now know her. We're here together beyond just being on camera in situations where we have to just be in a room together. We don't want to make it uncomfortable. That's number one.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, and he's professional entirely behind the scenes, off camera, We had to make sure that was taken care of, and then everything
That's
on camera
no pressure
fine.
from anyone.
I'm never going to let myself be abused, guys. Don't worry. Yeah. But anyway, happy to have you here. Let's get into the show. I think we're going to start with Vic Mensa. So you guys remember him being on here last year. Him and Akademiks didn't exactly have the most
that was a great episode.
For who?
That was a great. Well, first of all, Complex loved it. Number one, but it was a great episode in dictating why this show is what it is. Like, people get to come up here and you expect the unexpected. You never get that at any other platform.
Right. He felt like he really wanted to talk out his issues. So you guys had problems, but it seemed like him and Joe were always fine.
No, he got a problem with me. I got a problem with him.
Well, as recently as...
So what's the latest?
So a few weeks ago, he tweeted, we just checked, that people come up to him sometimes and say, fuck Joe Budden. He's like, I'm not on that. I like Joe. But then yesterday he released a snippet of a diplomatic immunity freestyle, and it sounds like he's taking shots at Joe. But Ak, maybe you have some more insight. I think I'm a little bit surprised, but let's roll the clip first.
Wanna emanate anonymous, fake like it's all love and hip hop shows till they push the Joe Budden and you get punched in your face as a consequence. And jump right back on live, capping with confidence. Famous for putting hands on women you can't be proud of.
Where do you think this came from?
Is he coming at Joe? I don't know. I mean,
no, he definitely is. I mean, if you listen to the whole thing, he referenced his name a bunch of times and then specific
Love and hip hop
allegations.
and some other stuff.
My thing is, I'm just wondering why it feels like every rapper coming at Joe now once he's announced his retirement. Joe was one of the most thirstiest rappers when he was getting it in for beef, when he was in the booth constantly. Now he said he's retired. Everybody got bars from Troy Ave, Russ, Chance. Fucking Chance. You know what I mean? Zoe Dollars. Even Migos gave that nigga a mumble bar. You get me? Eminem, I get it, even though that's his fucking boss. But Vic Mensa? Like, he's done nothing but say to Vic Mensa, give me a fucking biker jacket with a couple buttons on it. And Vic Mensa repays him by giving him a diss song.
Is Joe officially retired?
He said that he's not gotten back in the studio in probably over a year. So, I mean, retired
Now,
until
Currently
he's not.
retired.
Respect to Joe, and I do respect Joe. And
And by the way, most of these niggas, except with the exception of like M, they can't even hang with Joe if he was really rapping.
Okay. Are you familiar with Joe Budden's Mood Music series?
Yes.
You've listened to them?
I listened to them.
Okay. Just on a respect tip, if this is what we're talking about, I don't think Vic Mensa wants that smoke. I really don't. I mean, he looks real cute now in the fucking studio. Looks like he's high on something, you know, allegedly, but I don't know. I don't think he wants to smoke with Joe.
I mean, there's
but
probably
if Joe's
no chance
retired,
Joe,
then there's nothing there.
Yeah, he probably won't respond.
Personally, I think this is him reaching. Joe has a podcast, pretty popular podcast, and he mentioned like an episode or 2 episodes ago that there's one particular rapper, he didn't name who, that if that rapper disses him, he'll come back out of retirement. I don't know if Vic Mensa probably thought it was him. That's the only way I could connect it unless something happened behind the scene between these two, between that tweet, which was seemingly like 3 weeks ago, and today. Unless something happened behind the scenes, I gotta just imagine that he probably heard those comments from Joe, probably internalized it. Also, his album went triple styrofoam. So, I mean, get some controversy going on. We've seen him diss Yachty before. I mean, he dissed me before.
If I had to guess,
but those ain't gonna get the numbers up, you know what I mean?
If I had to
This
guess,
Joe.
I would say that the haters got to Vic Mensa, and he got in the studio and just said, fuck it, throw on the beat.
Hey, I am going to make it clear, though, for all you rap niggas.
I don't think nothing happened between him and Joe. I don't think nobody smashed the other one's girl or some stray broad. I think that the haters just got to him on social media, and now we got what we got.
Okay.
It's not even that deep.
Well, I do want to make it clear for all you rap niggas who constantly dissing Joe. He won't defend himself lyrically, but my mumble rap tape is coming. I got some lyrical venom. I'm going to still hold my guy.
Wait, are you going to defend the whole team?
The whole
Current
squad,
team,
yo.
former squad, everybody?
Are you asking if Russ could get it too? Russ could get it too. Everybody could get it. Everybody could get on my mumble rap tape.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So now you're the hater.
Yeah, it's a parody tape. We gonna play around with it. We
Come
gonna
on,
play
Adam,
around.
how soon is this dropping?
Well, I was about to drop I was waiting for him to say my name that I could drop my song last night. I got a song. We'll see.
Yo, I can't wait for this project.
All right.
So earlier in the week, we talked about Lil Pump out of his deal with Warner Brothers Records and shopping for a new label home, wanting $12 to $15 million. People like Gucci Mane seem to be interested, but it looks like Khaled might be really trying to make this happen. So he posted a photo with him on Instagram, said, still in the meeting, told my lawyer, this is urgent. Let's get this deal done. So Khaled, with We the Best, he signed over at Epic Records. There's not too many people on the label right now.
Sorry to cut you off. I'm laughing
why?
because DJ Khaled is the most annoying motherfucker on the planet to me. And
He's too happy for you or
what's
what?
that?
He's just always in a good mood.
He too much of a good mood. Just
He's too positive for you.
That
You the
seems
hater.
like you're
circus buffoon. Let me go there. Circus buffoon. But he does what he does. You can't deny him. Does he run Epic Records? I know he was trying to get into that chair.
Well, he was trying to get executive position, but he has his label, We the Best, which is his imprint.
Oh,
Right, they
I
signed
know
there a
that.
couple years ago.
So is he signing Lil Pump? Is that what you were saying?
So it looks like he's trying to make it happen. Do you think this is a good move for Pump?
Definitely not. I think Pump is probably doing the rounds, getting wined and dined, flown in private jets. He's smoking weed in niggas' Rolls Royces and shit like that. He's enjoying his time while everyone bids for his services. I don't think he's gonna sign with Khaled, and respectfully to Khaled, he's done a great job with his own career, but we've been critical, definitely on this show, about how he's dealt with his own artists. Ace Hood clearly wanted to get off We the Best. When he got off We the Best, he's like, man, that's not the wave. Clearly, they don't feel like the amount of self-promotion and all that annoying stuff that you say, he doesn't do that to promote his artist. He does it for himself,
right.
Which now he is a superstar without rapping a fucking bar, but he's not doing that to promote or selflessly promote
So since
somebody
Pump
else.
has such a big audience by himself, all his social media antics, people tune in for it, does he need that from Khaled? Khaled can maybe offer something else. He's good at putting great songs together.
I think this would be
projects.
a great move
For Pump.
for both of them.
Okay.
And me saying he's a circus buffoon is not saying, again, that he's not.
That's hate.
It's hate, yes, but it's not saying that he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing on the landscape. And I don't want to call your boy Lil Pump a circus buffoon, but I think he shot his load, but I think that if these two get together, we will see a real circus, and it'll just be profitable for both sides.
Yeah, I definitely think Khaled could help. I just don't see him focusing his resources on someone else. On the branding aspect, because Khaled's done a great job with creating his brand, and also on song creation. Like, I think Khaled has one of the most amazing ears at creating music.
Do you talk to Pump?
No.
Why not? You're his biggest fan, though.
I'm not his biggest fan. You think I'm his biggest fan?
I thought you were.
No. I like some of his music and I love his story. The
Okay.
story of Lil Pump.
So you do keep your distance.
Yeah, the story of Lil Pump is way more fascinating than anything he's ever produced.
Okay.
And that's why.
That's why I'm wondering if Khaled could be good for him. He doesn't need the brand help, but musically, maybe there's a positive there. But we'll see. As you said, he's probably just making the rounds. We'll probably see some more photos.
At some point, a guy like Khaled, who followed the Diddy model of getting out to the front, to bringing the label, to the forefront. At some point, Khaled has to fall back, and he knows he has to fall back. If this happens, I think this might be the artist that he chooses to do that for, because Khaled's getting older, and he will benefit from Pump's younger audience. So I don't think he'll be so much in the front. He'll be in the back, cooning and buffooning, doing the circus shit that he does.
Khaled, stay positive. Ignore this guy. Ignore him. Recently, we found out that Joey Badass co-wrote Rockstar, of course, Post Malone's mega hit. He also put out a great album last year, but he got on Twitter yesterday to express his thoughts on the current state of the game. He says, rap is in a very trash state right now with very few exceptions that don't even get the love and attention that they deserve. Music is the most influential force in the world. Pay attention to what's being oversaturated. It says something about the tweet disappeared, but you guys get the idea.
So the tweet was deleted?
No, sorry,
well,
they just pulled it off the screen.
Okay.
He also said, where you niggas' souls at? I was confused by this whole thing.
Did he delete the tweet?
No,
they're
it's
still up.
Oh, it's still up?
Yeah,
Still up.
sorry.
Oh, so maybe he was sober when he tweeted it.
Yeah, no. I don't think this is like an emotional thing. I think this is probably some things he's been thinking. I
think it's very emotional, but go ahead.
I'm confused just where it's coming from, because he's saying that rap overall is in a trash state because there's not enough music with some substance getting enough traction or getting the spotlight. I think if we look at, say, even the charts, the music that has substance, they're the shit that really lasts. Like, the flash in the pan joints come and go. So again, it's always been like that. I think now it's more diverse than ever before. So to see someone like Joey, and Joey makes that music that lasts. Joey's a guy who's been independent and always did numbers by...
Exactly, if I can jump in. He's been independent when he first came into the game. And if anybody has the right to say that, he does. So it is emotional. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. He just got his biggest check from Post Malone's Rockstar.
Yeah.
So he's seeing the game from a different perspective now. He's probably getting offers to write for different people, or he's getting requests. And certain labels or entities are probably saying, no, we'd rather you write for this person who may not be as credible as that person. And I think that that's where that tweet may have came from. He's got the right to say it, don't get me wrong, because as you and I spoke when we first met, he came out of the pro-era movement. Those guys had to compete with each other. Again, R.I.P. to Capital Steez. They had to compete. You just couldn't join the crew, the team, and the pro-era movement is from Brooklyn, for those of you who don't know.
Okay, so even with, and I understand what you're saying, but I think that's only what he may be going through. That's not really what the whole rap game is really showing right now. We're seeing people who are putting out music that means something. We're seeing them do good. We're not seeing, for the most part, all of those efforts be ignored. So that's where I disagree with him. Now,
Okay.
if we're talking about a personal perspective where he's probably saying, hey, listen, there's more focus maybe from labels behind the scenes. Like, let's get to the flash in the pan shit. Go write some more rock stars. Let's chill off of the stuff that has some more substance.
Well, I think the focus is his tweet, so we have to acknowledge what he said as opposed to just looking at the broader scale. Yeah.
Well, no, he's speaking on the rap game though. He says the rap game is trash right now.
Do you think it is?
No, I think it's probably the best it's ever been.
Really?
Just because it's the most diverse. I mean, depends on what you want to focus on. If you want to focus on the bullshit, focus on the bullshit.
Right.
If you want to go focus on lyricists, you can find tons of lyricists out there.
Okay.
If you want to focus on stuff that has a message, conscious music, if you want to call it that, you can find that as well. And you see all of those having, all those, if we're going to say subgenres,
Right.
they all have successful people that have been doing it over the last couple
So maybe
years.
he's just in his feelings.
But maybe
I'll agree with you with regards to the field being diverse, but I just wasn't sure where you were coming from.
Yeah, I do think it's diverse. I would like to hear him explain this more. Because those tweets, maybe I'm reading it wrong or interpreting it wrong, or maybe I just don't understand where he's coming from when he was sending out those tweets.
All right, cool. So let's get to Wayne. So he's getting ready to drop D6 Reloaded. He's dropping some heat out here. So 2 new songs from him. One called Bloody Mary with Joel Santana, and a new one called Big Bad Wolf. Let's listen to a snippet.
Play hooky, I got some hookers hooking up with politicians and some athletes and some college niggas and your misses on all kind of missions. I'm the sickest nigga skipping doctor visits, but my father's pissy, smoking hockey sticky, put a stocking on my face and hit a lick it. When the shit get ugly, I go pretty Ricky. I don't fuck with Raz Night or Mini Mickey. I don't fuck with
Ak, what do you think? We've talked a lot about Wayne's career. Obviously a legend, up and down over the years, but this new stuff's pretty good.
Flow is tight. I love the bars. I'm not gonna lie, I preferred, and I probably get killed for this again, but
Don't talk about Carter 3.
No. I'm just saying, I just like when it feels, or maybe I'm just not fucking listening and deciphering the complexity of his bars on at least this song and even the other song. It feels like he's just rapping a bunch of lines. They don't mean shit. And I could only listen to that for so long. Just like I could only listen to mumble rap for so long. Like I feel like
Wait.
Is that a current track?
Yeah. Well, he just released them.
just
if we're talking
released
about
it.
current in that sense.
Just released
You're talking about when he
There's
recorded
actually
it.
2 tracks, and there's one with him and Joel Santana, which I listened to intensely also.
Well, I have to assume
I don't
it's a
think that's
current
Joel
track.
Santana up to date, but good.
I have to assume it's a current track just because he dropped a lot of music recently with D6 and he was rapping on current beats. And if I'm thinking this is all in the same recording cycle, it means it would be current.
The reason why I ask, is it current or was it recorded a couple of years ago? I guess it was recorded now. His breathing and everything is just really strong. I mean, he's going through a bunch of seizures. And he's been
another thing-
hospitalized.
Well, another thing this has told me is that like he hasn't left the booth. Like he doesn't seem like, hey, this is a guy who hasn't been rapping, even though we haven't heard a
Okay.
lot come out.
So maybe he's focused and he's cleaned up and he's just doing what it is that he can do. I saw a shitload of comments, people saying the GOAT, the greatest, oh, he's back. And I said, wow, okay, well, shit, maybe it is current.
Yeah, the wordplay is definitely there. With me, and to kind of expound on that point, on the song with Drake, the one that he put out with it where he's getting that Birdman, I like when I feel like I kind of know he's getting at something, not just rhyming a bunch of words for nothing, you know what I mean? Which still shows wordplay, but.
So you like the flow, but not feeling any of the lyrics here. Okay.
What about the track with Joel Santana?
Fair enough. We don't have a snippet about that one.
Did you hear that
of
one?
that one?
Yeah, I heard
Specific
it.
sentences.
Joel sounds a little bit different on it. Sounds a little bit different. Wayne bodied his shit.
Yes,
But
yes.
Joel sounded different.
Joel's sounded focused. He wasn't slurring his speech as he was recently on TRL. He looked crazy on TRL. He's missing teeth and the whole shit. I missed nothing. And I'm not sure if that's...
Was
if
missing
that's
teeth?
I'm not trying to clown him. I'm just saying what it was. And I'm not sure if that's a current track with Joel Santana. I would imagine that that's old because he was supposed to have signed to Young Money years ago.
They were supposed to have a joint album that came out. Where those tracks are, we don't know. I would have to assume that this is... I don't know. Actually, this track with Joel's, I don't know if it's older than him.
Maybe Joel's is focused now, too. I don't know.
Well, I will say about Joel's, I have seen Cam and Jim Jones in the studio. I haven't seen Joel's, at least in a couple clips. So I could be wrong. Maybe he's in
they
other ones I
pulled
didn't
it
see.
from something they recorded a while back.
So maybe he's in his own like wave or his own little box right now, just getting focused. But I would hope so, because it felt like he fell back from music for a little
There's
while.
nothing wrong with doing that. I was nitpicking. That's all, just nitpicking. I did listen to both tracks intensely.
Okay. Welcome back, Weezy. So I don't know if you saw our Erykah Badu episode. One of my favorite episodes. She's such a mystical creature. So she did a very interesting interview with Vulture. I had a chance to read the whole thing. And at one point, the interviewer starts asking her about defending Louis Farrakhan when he was being accused of being anti-Semitic. And she basically said she doesn't subscribe to groupthink. She says, quote, "I'm a humanist. I see good in everybody. I saw something good in Hitler." She goes on to say that Hitler was a wonderful painter, and the interviewer says, no, he wasn't. She's like, you're right. He was a terrible painter, but he had a terrible childhood. She's basically saying that she can sympathize no matter what someone's done. She can look past it to see their humanity. And she never backtracks on this as the interview goes on. She's like, I'm sorry, I know I don't have a popular opinion. What do you guys think about this?
That's going to be costly, because you have certain cultures that do preserve and protect their culture, and I applaud them for doing that. It's going to be costly. We're talking about a period in time that was very, very harsh on a certain culture, and why she would stand on that, or as of now standing on it, only she knows, you know.
I mean, yeah, they pressed her further in the interview, and she said it's just sort of important to be able to have your own thoughts, even if you face
One thing I give her
backlash.
credit for is that she's not the backtracking type. I think people haven't heard these comments, but she's always had this philosophy. You could see why some of the people who she's always either shouted out or sympathized with.
You don't think she'll backpedal on this?
No, absolutely not. I got
$100 say she does.
You think so? It's just interesting
No,
as you continue to read,
Take the bet?
they keep reiterating, and she doesn't back down.
Are we gonna have a time frame within the next month? I'll take the bet. Within the next month, she's not backpedaling on this. She
10
might
days.
further explain.
Within 10 days.
Within 10 days?
10 days.
I'll take the bet. Let's do it.
Okay.
All right, good.
Hey, what was the girl's name? Is it Tila Tequila?
Yes. Oh, here we go on another tangent.
No,
Where are these coming
hang on.
from?
No, she made similar. Well, she went even deeper. She was wearing a swastika with regards to the Third Reich and Hitler, and you know.
Is she still alive? I haven't seen her.
Thank
Outta
God.
here.
She's someone we don't take seriously, thank God, ever.
Is
So-
she dead?
I don't know, but I'm just saying in terms of her career out of here.
Okay.
And I was just trying to make some type of similar correlation to you know,
those comments.
Erykah Badu. But I didn't see that episode with her. Is she a nice person?
She's very cool. She hypnotized Ak and Joe. It was very fun to
Really?
watch.
I don't know if it's hypnotism.
She hypnotized you.
Not even.
I saw
I was
it.
confused. She had a whole thing about her. I was confused. Watch the whole episode.
Bro, I
It's
have the
confusing.
up-close video of your eyes sparkling
No, it's confusing.
on my phone. The real cameras
She
didn't capture
hypnotized
that.
you.
All right. Well, tell you.
No,
I was
I'm asking you.
confused.
Did she hypnotize you?
No, but I've never seen someone like her, so I was confused. So I was trying to figure her out. Also, while she was trying to figure me out or diagnose me, which ended up being a troll, and salute to her for that. But I don't think she's backtracking on these comments. They are. I noticed, and by the way, she was one of the few people, at least if we're gonna, I won't even say what type of thinking I believe she subscribes to, but like she gave XXXTentacion a chance during the midst of people saying he's a woman beater, he's whatever. She looked, I won't say beyond that, but she looked to see other qualities in him.
Right.
So
Because they brought that up in the interview as well. Because they also talked about music.
So she has been keeping that same energy in terms of, hey, I know some of these people, they may have done really bad things, but I could see other qualities. She said she's a humanist.
A humanist. That is
So.
a quote.
Giving a rapper a pass and trying to give a mass killer a pass is two different things. 10 days, she either clarifies or issues an apology. 10 days, $100, yes?
$100, man. Just make sure you bring a real $100 bill, man. I got to get my $100 bill tester in here.
All right, so for I Can't Unsee It Today, I'm just going to play the video and then we'll try to figure out what's happening. But it's basically Flava Flav getting his ass beat out of
Oh,
Vegas.
my God.
Let's take a look.
Stop! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! I said stop it! You better stop it right now, boy! Stop! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it right now, boy.
Without the fucking clock. If he had the clock, hit that motherfucker upside the head, fight over. But he forgot the clock and he's getting clocked in his fucking
Where
head.
has he been?
Hey.
So apparently he dissed this guy's mom. It's 2018 and this is happening because he dissed someone's
Well,
mom.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't really give a fuck about this. I actually want to focus on Star with this one. Star, you pop a lot of shit.
Okay.
Okay? You move about in public. Somebody approached you on the same shit that it seems to happen in this video where somebody approached Flavor Flav.
I've been in situations that
You knuckling up? How the knuckle game looking?
I have almost been in situations that have gotten that intense. I carry a firearm legally, and because of that, I take L's. I've had people spit on me, and I couldn't react. I've had a female grab me in my face and scratch me, and I just had to push her away. You know, Flavor Flav, I don't know what happened, but, you know, sometimes you have to take the L.
Would you consider when there's a famous video of you and Ebro, and he dared you to slap him because you were talking shit before that you would? You didn't.
What you didn't see is security standing very close to me. What you didn't see is me pulling out the firearm, shooting up the place, going to jail. That's the nigga thirst. That's what people wanted to see.
When you pop this shit, what you would do, and when you were there, you switched up.
Security was right there, and I made a split-second decision to pull back.
So you can't keep the same energy all the time.
So if they weren't there, you'd have slapped the fuck out of them.
I would not say right now what I would do in a situation like that when you carry a firearm. Sometimes it's best to just say, hey, you know what? I'll take the L. Think what you want to think. It can be costly, 6 figures. And since you're mentioning that guy who has sued me twice, the corporation that he works at, and called the police on me, I'll leave it at that.
But is that a bad thing?
What's that?
You've threatened to do that to other people as well.
Threatened to do
When
what?
the game has said something about you, your energy switch, you went to lawsuits as well.
The game lied on me. Never met him, never spoke to him. He was on a public platform. If you want to talk about it, I have no problem talking about it. You go on a public platform and you lie and you try and pull me into the bullshit. No, thank you. I don't need to be involved in the bullshit. I'd rather just, do what it is that I do.
Well, he said he was going to give you a beat down.
He lied. We never had a conversation. Never spoke. It was bullshit.
No.
I gave him a pass, if you really want to know. Gave him a pass.
Who? The game?
J.C. Taylor, the game.
How you give him a pass?
By not filing a lawsuit against him. Aha.
Yeah, but, well, hold on. So you'll talk all this shit, and you'll say you'll be willing to back it up, but if someone says something about you, you'll threaten to sue.
Okay, again, as a registered firearm carrier, if someone makes a threat towards
Everybody
me,
got guns, dog.
you're not listening, on a public platform
Yeah.
that I've had tension with in the past, I then have to file a complaint saying, hey, I've been threatened, and in case I'm in the streets and I do whatever it is, I've covered my end. You have to notify the authorities when you carry a firearm if there's a potential threat of you getting into a situation. So that's with regards to him. Never met him, never spoke to him. It was bullshit. Don't get up on the radio and lie to me. You see, I'm big on telling the truth if it's costly, but don't
Keep it
lie.
100 star. You weren't like in fear that it's the game. Once he said he was gonna beat your ass, you kind of struck a chord.
Here's the thing, and I spoke to you a day or two ago about you getting a firearm. You should always take everybody serious when you're in the streets.
He didn't say he was gonna shoot you. He said he's gonna beat you up.
I don't even want to say exactly what was said, but it was
remember.
hang on, it was enough for me, and I was notified to say, hey, what is it you're gonna do? And at first I said, let it go, and I made a popular video to say, hey, what do you guys think I should do? And then I got a call saying, hey, if you do something, you're gonna catch hell and you will be arrested. So then that motivated me to go do what it is that I had to do by way of being a registered firearm carrier. Now, all that other shit in the streets, I deal with. I have dealt with it. Okay. So back to your original question about how's my knuckle game.
Yeah.
I've taken some shots and I've given out some shots. Yeah. Nobody's a tough guy. I'm not a tough guy, but I do claim to be a smart man.
Word. Let's all stay out of the
Okay.
streets. How about
All right.
that?
Yeah.
We don't want.
None
of these problems.
I want to see how he navigates. I mean, I know I navigate a certain way. Like I'm not.
You stay out of the streets.
No, well, when I'm going certain places, like I'm in a position now. I got the people who needs to handle all that stuff.
And here's something else I'll say if you want me to just clarify this. When I go wherever it is I go, clubs, events, I don't go with any more than 2 other people. If you have an entourage and somebody in that entourage does something, you will be held responsible. That's why I choose to go with just, again, 2 other people.
And your pistol.
What's that?
And your pistol.
And an extra clip. And if something happens, and I don't want to say what I would do, but I would defend myself to the point where I could say to the judge, Your Honor, niggas were on top of me, and that's why I shot everybody, including my date. I thought the bitch was trying to set me up, and I'm sorry to the judge.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to be smart. I know it sounds one way, it looks one way, and you might think, oh, keep the same energy.
No, well, I just asked that question
that's
to,
bullshit.
to say, when do you threaten someone that you'll slap him? Right? And then you get in the position to do it, but you don't do it. And then when someone else threatens you, and you then react different. You get me? That's what I'm saying.
Word.
Again, you're talking about a public platform that has shareholders, and versus the internet or something which is
Sounds
totally,
like the spin, but
Yeah, let's move on from the
we'll-
spin.
any way you want to look at it, it's fine.
Okay, I think we get the point on this one. So we had a couple new songs from Drake recently, including God's Plan. I felt like we all thought this was an instant hit. No one was wrong. Here's Zane Lowe confirming that he broke a record with this. 14 million streams, over 14 million in one day on Spotify, as well. It did over 4 million. Does this surprise you? Even though you thought this was an instant hit.
You like the song?
I like the song. I'm not surprised. It's very easy now for people to just grab your mobile device, stream something. You don't have to go shopping for it. So we should expect all records to be broken at some point. This is not, I mean, I'm taking nothing away from Drake. I said when we first did our first show, he's a phenomenal writer. He understands the formula of what people want. And this is his time still. He's still putting it down.
Do you think this will become more important than first week album sales, et cetera, just big streaming numbers for songs?
At some point, but the problem is that the streaming landscape is changing. I remember when streaming was first introduced, there was a record being broken every week, and the reason why is that, say Apple Music has 40 million subscribers today, like in 2 years they'll have 60. So then once you have more people consuming streaming, the numbers are always going to get broken, or the records are always going to get broken. So it was a dope song by Drake. I think the leaks and snippets kind of got people excited. The record's also a smash, and people went to consume this shit. So congratulations to Drake. I think it's going to be his first #1 as a solo artist, or just with no features on the track. He had a previous One Dance, but he had Wizkid, and I forgot her name. Yeah.
Maybe a setup for more music to come. All right, so Grammys airing on Sunday night. We'll see who takes home what, but we do have the nominations here. Maybe we can run through
Are you watching the
and
shit,
give
man?
our picks.
Am I going to watch the Grammys?
Yeah.
I am going to watch the Grammys. I've always watched award shows over the years whenever I am in this type of environment, because I do like to be precise. And it's the award for, music, and you do want to see people get their just due, so to speak. Yeah. Do you watch?
I watch. Well, I've started to watch ever since they start broadcasting like the rap categories and stuff. But before, I would just kind of like wait till before it starts where they announce the rap shit, and I would just go ahead and go make my YouTube video.
Well, it's very important from a label's perspective to be able to show that they've signed a certain artist or an artist of a certain caliber that should be respected, across the landscape, and other things that do go, with that particular honor of the Grammys.
So you guys want to make some picks?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
All right, so let's start with Record of the Year. Big category, we have Gambino, Redbone, Jay's Story of OJ, Despacito, Humble, and Bruno Mars's 24K Magic. Ak?
I'm gonna go with this. I'm gonna go with Humble, man. I really should go with that Bruno Mars track because that shit is fucking huge. However, I'm gonna just go with the hip hop pick, Humble, Kendrick Lamar. A record which I still regret criticizing when it first came out, because I thought it was just some pandering bullshit. I was like, this guy's rapping about he wants bitches, chicks with stretch marks and all that. I'm like, oh, Kendrick, man, they're gonna eat us up on Black Twitter, which they did. But still, it's sincere from Kendrick. Okay. So that's a great record, and it's a dope song. So
I would pick Bruno Mars, 24 Karat, massive, massive hit throughout the world, not just here in America.
We're slowly finding out more about your musical tastes. So you're a Bruno Mars
I'm respecting
fan?
it. I'm respecting it. respect it. Now, here's what I do.
He's a fan of no one.
What's that?
You
I'm
say
nobody's fan, but I respect what he did. Let me ask you a question now. The Childish Gambino song, Redbone, that sounds like a complete ripoff of a classic Bootsy Collins song called I'd Rather Be With You. Did Pharrell produce that?
Redbone? No.
Yeah. No?
Chops. This is where Chops comes in.
It's a
No, he
horrible
didn't.
song.
Redbone is a
Redbone?
horrible,
Horrible.
song.
You know what?
You're tripping
No, actually,
right
no, I'm
now.
glad you
I'm
mentioned
tripping.
it. No. I'm glad you mentioned that because it always sounded familiar. That melody, I'm like,
I
it
think
sounds
that I think that's
the
a
Bootsy
straight
Collins,
jack.
I think that is.
What do we got, Chops? Anything?
So we're calling it terrible because it sounds too much like the original?
No,
So
no, it's- I think-
hang on. So that's why I could never give that song Record of the Year, Redbone by Childish Gambino. It just sounds like somebody listened to a Bootsy Collins song and said, "Hey, let me take that whole structure."
Ludwig Göransson produced it.
Ludwig Göransson?
Worked with Childish.
Interesting. I would
And,
have
and
to
it
hear
sounds
the
like
original.
Pharrell in there screaming, but I guess it's not.
Yeah, I would have to hear the original
I
to,
can't stand Pharrell. I'm
to
sorry.
investigate.
Why?
Who can't stand Pharrell?
My pick
You don't
would
even
be-
have a good reason.
No,
You're
no,
just,
I do. He's a ripoff artist. He's not.
Who, Pharrell?
I don't know if we want to
Pharrell.
get into this right now.
I think we're talking about the
No,
Grammys.
you
I mean,
know
unless
what?
you want to go left,
A
left,
ripoff.
left.
No. I think it's important to kind of establish some points because going on into the future, we get to revisit these things. Why do you
Okay,
think, why do you think Pharrell is a ripoff?
I
artist?
have followed his career, even when I was on radio in New York City. And some of his earlier efforts just sounded really just half-cocked. It sounded like he listened to, and there's nothing wrong with being influenced by other groups, Parliament Funkadelic, Prince, he jacked a lot of Prince's style, Earth, Wind & Fire. I just don't think that he's that original. I do think that the song Happy was a great song.
Why are you saying jacked when yesterday, the day before, you basically said there's nothing wrong with artists using whatever in terms of creating lyrics, like whether it's another, right? It felt like you didn't have the integrity for the
lyrics
music.
is some-
sampling is definitely.
No,
it's-
I said I don't have a problem with people assisting other people writing lyrics or assisting them with lyrics. I just think that he takes certain melodies and he pawns it off as his own. That's my
it's called
opinion.
sampling
Well, sampling once upon a time
or interpolation.
Hang on. Sampling once upon a time was such a big crime. I was working at Atlantic Records at the time that other companies started being created to stop the thieves from stealing people's music and not paying them towards the mid to late 80s. So if you're going to give someone credit and pay them, okay. But I'm just talking about the song itself. It sounds like a Bootsy Collins song. I don't mean to go too far back. I just didn't like it. To me, it doesn't sound like an original song.
I want to hear the original first.
It does give me
you know what
it does give me Bootsy Collins vibes.
You know, I can give you history here. I mean, we can talk about music and the intricate details with regards to mechanical royalties, publishing, all sorts of things. And there were a lot of famous hip-hop artists, their projects got held up because they were stealing. De La Soul, Biz Markie, all those famous albums that we now know were held up because of different, copyright infringements. Proper term.
And that's on the label. The label should be clearing this before the audience hears the record. at
Well,
all.
after that period in hip-hop history, then things started to become more just respectful, shall we say. But Pharrell just strikes me as the guy who, he listens to other people's stuff and says, well, I'm gonna redo that. And sometimes when you redo it, you don't necessarily have to pay the creator. You make it sound similar. I think he just got sued with who else Pharrell got sued?
You're talking about like Blurred
The
Lines,
Blurred
but that was
Lines
a couple years
Yeah,
ago?
Blurred Lines.
Yes.
Marvin
You
Gaye
see?
sample
You
and-
see?
Hey, that's on the label. That's on the label.
It might be on the label, but
Well,
I'm
the
looking
label ain't
I'm
him.
looking at the guy who jacked it, allegedly jacked it.
Well, according to courts, he did. Or I won't say jacked. I'll say.
Did I prove my point?
That's one example, but we should talk
No,
about this
I think
further
when you
another
say
time.
jacked is because sampling is not jacking.
I know.
Sampling is much
Because
different.
Kanye is also someone who samples a
it's
lot,
Kanye-
and we're not accusing him of
Yeah, it's Kanye.
jacking.
like-
So I would not give him album of the year either. Childish Gambino,
Okay.
Awaken My Love.
All right.
Sorry.
I mean, I would pick Damn for this one. Ak?
I'm going with Damn as well. Just the best rap album to me.
Mm-hmm.
And salute to Jay-Z. I never heard this Lord melodrama.
You don't strike me as a Lord fan. So it's all
You're
good.
right.
It's
You're right.
it's all good.
100%.
It's all good.
Bruno Mars also had a phenomenal album. So
Yeah,
and
would-
if he wins any of these categories, I am not mad.
Okay.
But as long as he doesn't fucking sweep the whole
I was
thing.
going to say, I feel like if he
Don't
wins
sweep
one,
the
he's
whole
winning
thing.
many of them.
Album of the year, Bruno Mars.
Okay. All right.
Some Bruno Mars fans in the building. Song of the year, Despacito, 444, Issues, Logic song, and That's What I Like.
I never heard this Issues song, and so forgive me.
It's
So
cool again.
I'm gonna go with Logic on this one.
All right.
He made a great song. Bringing up mental health awareness. It was a very impactful song, and I think it's worthy of being awarded. So I would give it to her.
I would agree on that one.
All right. So some competition for Best New Artist. Khalid, Uzi, and SZA
Uzi.
all had great years. This is especially tough. I feel like SZA has been out. She has put out other projects. So I don't know if some people will argue that she shouldn't be Best New Artist, but she definitely deserves to take home some Grammys. I thought Control was excellent. Chops is
I'm
waving
going
and
with.
I can't read your lips.
I'm
Chops.
going with Khalid or Uzi.
Okay.
Pay up to start because Erykah Badu just apologized.
Wow. Okay.
Whoa!
I can never
Really?
read what Chops is saying, but
Hey.
apparently Erykah Badu just apologized.
Did she say I apologize or
Can you tell us? Let me pull it up on
read
Twitter.
the tweet?
Whoa!
Wow, 10 days.
It wasn't 10 hours.
I was with you. I thought she wasn't gonna.
I've got cash
I
on, but I
thought she
got
wasn't
you.
gonna say anything about it.
What'd she
okay,
say?
here we go. I'll read it for you. Oh, it's a long one too.
Oh,
All right, so she says.
Sit back and relax.
Ready?
Sit back. Erykah Badu's Apology. Let's go.
She says, people are in real pain, so I understand why my good intent was misconstrued as bad. I'm trying to express a point. I use one of the worst examples possible, not to support the cruel actions of an unwell, psychopathic Adolf Hitler, but to only exaggerate a show of compassion. So admitting that he was just not a good,
wait.
answer there.
Hang on. Is she called him a psychopath?
Yes.
Yes.
Is that an apology or one of those star apologies
I said-
where you explain but not
I
say I'm
understand
sorry?
why
She
you might have
said-
been upset.
And I said
Wait,
she's going to
All right, here,
clarify.
let me put it in the middle.
Wait.
Okay,
No,
so she understands why her
I
good
didn't say she wouldn't
intent.
clarify, but to say
I
I
said-
am sorry,
Oh.
to say I'm sorry,
Oh.
no, run the clip back.
Okay.
I said she'll further expound.
I said she'll either clarify or apologize.
Well, she,
You owe me 100.
No. I feel like the bet was placed on an apology.
An
He might have you
apology.
here in a
Is
technicality.
this an apology?
Watch the
Yeah,
playback.
Ak, you might be right.
No, I'm serious.
Okay, no. Again, you're
I
right.
said she might explain more, but she's not saying I'm sorry.
You
because
also said backtrack too, though, right? Okay, fine. Apologize
I said
or
backtrack.
backtrack.
I said she'll backtrack.
Yeah, you're right. Understanding why my good
They
intent
tried
was
to team up on
misconstrued
me.
as bad.
you know,
They tried to team up on me
star,
on this.
for that is I don't see the sorry word here. I'll give you 50, bro.
No, you're going to run your 100.
I'll give you 50 money. I ain't gonna lie to you, dog.
You see, that was pressure. And I said 10 days, but wow, that was fast.
Yeah.
That was fast.
What's the odds? Okay, we can make a new bet. What's the odds that this is not enough? Because again, just like with your apology to Nadeska, we don't give a fuck about the explanation. You were just wrong. So just say, I am sorry, I fucked up. That's often what people want to hear, not I'm sorry, I understand the pain is
Something
causing.
happened prior to meeting you guys.
No, I don't want to get back to that
Yeah,
issue.
let's not now
I'm just
try
talking
and
about
add sauce on
apologies.
top of it.
No, I'm talking about apologies in general.
Yeah, so is this an apology or is she just trying to further explain what she meant? I guess is the point you're making, right? There's a difference.
Yeah. And I think if
I want my $100.
50.
50. Yeah, it's like deal or no deal. We gotta make a deal. Let's get
It's either 100 or just keep it. I'm not starving.
I'll take 50. I can
Nah,
worry about it.
You did say you're losing money being here. I got you on 100.
Okay.
I got you. I gotta make sure my man Star is doing good.
All right. So, Star, you got one. We'll give you that.
Okay, back to the Grammys.
Best. Were we done with Best New Artist?
Best New Artist.
You guys, you
I
said
want
Leader
Uzi.
Uzi.
SZA.
Okay.
SZA. Let me say why. That song resonates with females across the fucking board. It's a powerful song. It's always going to be a powerful
Which
song.
one?
The Weeknd you're talking about?
The Weeknd or Love Galore?
SZA. Love Galore I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about the hit, the breakout fucking hit. I don't know where it charted, but I'm just talking about the lyrical execution, the concept behind it. Females hear that song and they go into a zone. I'm riding around with my girlfriend sometimes. She's smoking a blunt with one hand, steering with the same fucking hand, got the iPhone in one hand and talking to me. And she's into that song. That's
So I
a
think-
heavy song.
I
I would
think-
give her Best New Artist.
Yeah, I think so. Best Urban Contemporary Album, I think, is personally for me, this would be tough to pick. Control was probably my favorite album of 2017. Definitely my most listened to. I also really love Free Black. American Teen's also a good album. What would you guys pick here?
I'm rocking with American Teen, but I would definitely not be surprised or mad if SZA won.
Word.
He's right. SZA got these chicks in a trance. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
He got them in a powerful fucking trance. Like again, SZA doesn't. Me and SZA, we don't see eye to eye, but shit, every chick I went around,
He said we don't
they
see eye
got
to
this
eye.
fucking. I don't even want to get to it.
Are you guys gonna make up one day? Have you officially apologized to SZA for just gonna talk
No,
about apologies?
actually,
attention with it?
Oh, actually, yeah, I did. And that if you go watch, I did on my Twitch because I said stuff on my Twitch. So I went back on the same platform. I apologized. I'm still blocked on Twitter, but anytime she's ready to accept my apology, I would love to, you know what I mean, bring.
My choice, best urban contemporary album.
Yes.
The new Michael Jackson, The Weeknd.
Big Weeknd fan.
Stronger than strong.
Big Weeknd fan. Starboy had some really great songs on it. I don't know if I would pick it for overall
The
best
Weeknd
album.
has got thugs singing his music.
I love The Weeknd.
It has transcended, and again, just like SZA, you know, even more so than SZA, crossed boundaries.
Yeah, but if we're saying urban contemporary, the Starboy was an effort to go super pop. You could hear by the sounds he was rocking with. I would say his last project was it Beauty Behind the Madness?
Yeah.
That was
As
to
a
me
full
more.
album,
yeah,
better.
It was a more concerted and concentrated effort. Starboy, I do like it, but I'm not giving it a nod here. Weeknd, you
That's
know
my
you
choice.
could do better, and I'm a Weeknd stan, low key.
Really?
I don't really criticize him. Yeah.
Good
That's
pick.
probably one of the only people I don't criticize.
Got a guy admitting to being a stan. I got to turn my back on you for a second.
Nah, I'm not mad at that.
It's the fucking Weeknd,
yeah,
bro.
he's just so talented. I saw him
It's
on
the Weeknd.
his VMA rehearsals with no music or anything. His voice is flawless live. So, best rap performance: Big Sean, Bounce Back; Cardi, Bodak Yellow, 444; Humble, Bad and Bougie.
Cardi B.
Is it Cardi or is it Migos?
Cardi B.
We're doing best rap performance.
Yeah.
Man, y'all go ahead and give Migos their award, man. This is the Migos award right here, man. The top 3 goons out of Gwinnett County, man. Y'all give these guys their award. I love the space that they're kind of getting into now because they're doing interviews with Rolling Stones. They have transcended from like fucking up niggas in hood clubs like 3 years ago. This song changed their life. It changed the entire perception of the label, Quality Control, and it put them on a trajectory where they're coming out with Culture 2 tonight, and this shit is like an event. By the way, I'm live streaming it, so Twitch.
You should present them with this award if they win it. That
I
was
should.
such a good little speech.
Yo, that was, I'm telling you, Bad and Bougie, it's one, for a lot of artists who are having that underground battle, it's usually that one song that catapults you to that other level. For Uzi, it's going to be Extra Tour Life. For them, it's Bad and Bougie.
Word.
And I'm just happy for them.
Cardi B, monster hit, so much to the point where you had videos of Victoria's Secret models screaming the N-word with no shame. No shame.
That is
and
a
they knew
ratchet
they were
bitch
being
anthem.
filmed, and they didn't give a fuck. The song is that powerful, and nobody could deny that song. I mean, yes, Bad and Bougie was a big hit, but we're talking about the Grammys. That Cardi B track just surpasses everything.
You can't. Bad and Bougie got mentioned. Was it the Golden Globes last year by Childish?
Where the Donald Glover shout out to get to another
That's
level.
the thing.
Okay.
The
So,
memes.
I go Cardi
we'll
B.
see. Okay.
And I'm not mad at that either because that is the ratchet bitch anthem. So to see like suburban white girls just fucking
Victoria's Secret
going
models.
in, hey,
So
let it
you're
rock.
impressed.
In the
So-
dressing room, I think there's about maybe 10 or even 15.
Yeah,
Cardi
I
for
don't
the
know.
people. That's a tough one. We'll see what happens. So we got a couple more categories. Best rap song performance: Black Problems, Gold Link Crew, J Family Feud, Kendrick Loyalty, SZA, Love Galore. So we know your pick here, Star already, I assume.
No, you don't.
Really?
6 Lack, Problems.
Black.
Black nigga.
6 Black, I'm
It's a great one.
Black problems.
So remember,
Okay.
Crew was a slow burn. It dropped, took a long time, but it really picked up. Made it onto Insecure on HBO.
Yeah.
Loyalty with Rihanna. What's your pick?
That's
here?
all cool. We're rocking with SZA with this one. This track
Really?
is fucking haunted me, and because of that, listen, give that chick an award for captivating the minds and souls of all these women around. You know what I mean? Man,
I hope you guys
I'm gonna
make
stop
up.
there.
You're a SZA fan now. I love it. I love it. All right, our last one is Best Rap Song. Again, Cardi, Bodak Yellow, Danger Mouse and Run the Jewels, Chase Me, Humble from Kendrick, Story of OJ, and Sassy from Rhapsody.
I would say Cardi B again, Bodak Yellow. but I really like Sassy by Rhapsody. But again, Cardi B.
Yeah, I'd be remiss to not at least give hats off to Rhapsody. I'm glad she got a nomination because she put out a phenomenal body of work. But I'm gonna go with
Cardi B. Come on,
Yeah,
don't
man,
play
yeah,
yourself.
yeah,
Don't
yeah.
play yourself.
Just give it to my ratchet chick, Cardi B, man. Hold it down, Cardi. This is the one I want her to be ratchet at the Grammys. I don't even want no speech where she's talking proper.
I think people
I want an
appreciate-
Instagram speech by her.
People appreciate her ratchetness. She's been on mainstream television shows, and they applaud her ratchetness, and it's welcomed. And I think that'll be a nice thing at the Grammys if she wins that.
It's a good look for the Grammys. Whatever she does is going to go
Absolutely.
viral,
Absolutely.
right? And then, of course, yesterday we did Best Rap
I
Album.
don't think the Grammys give a fuck about going viral. Even though, of course, they care about
They
ratings.
should, maybe.
I
I
think
think it
they
would
do.
help them.
Yeah, no, I think they care about ratings, of course, but I don't think they're like, yeah, Cardi B is the hot chick on Instagram. Let's give her a fucking award.
They should
It's the
know that,
Grammys.
though, if they don't know.
We talking about Kodak Black or no?
Oh,
The
okay.
Guns? No? I mean, where you going?
Did you?
We're good. We spoke about Best Rap Album yesterday.
Okay, yeah.
What's happening with Kodak?
He wants the guns dusted.
I guess we were gonna add that, but we're almost out of time. However, no, I think there was a story yesterday. Kodak Black, he's requesting to the judge, "Hey, listen, please dust all the guns you found in my house, cause those ain't mine. They not mine at all." And hey, I'm not mad at it.
It's a throwback to T.I. Mister, please get these bullets out my hand. These ain't mine.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's not an official topic, but I am surprised that one of his homies ain't said, "Man, all them guns is mine. I fucked up and I brought the whole duffel bag of guns." Somebody gotta take the charge, man.
That's usually the setup. Maybe he didn't plan it in time.
Well, in Florida, they have the all-inclusion law, I think it's called. I'm not sure of the exact term, but if one person goes and robs a store and you're sitting in the car and that person shoots somebody in the store, you get charged with whatever that person did during the robbery.
So different from being an accomplice. It's called something else.
Yeah.
I know
I
Florida
think
has
it's
some
all
very...
in or all inclusion,
Okay.
something to that degree. So I don't know why Kodak is, talking about dust the guns. It's his house. Is he trying to separate himself from whoever's guns they are? Is he snitching in a sense?
I don't know.
See, I ain't accusing no Florida niggas. I'm out of here, man.
Listen, can you please dust the guns? Them's ain't mine.
Kodak, come back home soon, man. And I hope when you do come back, you make better decisions, man. You're fucking up. And listen, that's a lawyer thing, though. That's not Kodak in the cell. Like, yo, it ain't mine. Tell him to dust the guns. That's the lawyer saying, how the fuck do we get out of this on a technicality? And they're using whatever they can legally to try to do it. So
I don't know.
That's not Kodak.
Yeah, hopefully he works this out. But guys, that's our Thursday, Friday show. We're going to be back Monday after the Grammys.
Yo, they canceled Struggle Exchange and everything this week. I don't know what's going on. Yo, next week, though. Next week. Send us
Next
some good
week's
questions.
Struggle Exchange. Yo, thank you guys for watching. Have a good weekend. We'll see you Monday on Everyday Struggle.